It's great. My name is Imani Lucas. As mentioned, I'm the Executive Director of United and Guided. First, I want to give a shout out to all the award winners today. So, great work, particularly our sister organization, Perinatal Equity Initiative Riverside, SBX, doing your thing. Well appreciated for the work you're doing with Black fathers. As mentioned, I am a Black father myself, and, we were blessed to be able to work together with our Perinatal Equity Initiative in Sacramento to be able to create programs for fathers. And big shout outs to Sacramento for allowing us pretty much a blank slate to be able to work with Black fathers and create engaging programs for the community, and to be able to work not only with fathers, but mothers as well and children. So we started off with three main objectives. One, of course, was to create organized self-care space for African American fathers to be able to build with children and families, particularly with the women in their lives, to create this family environment. We do that by engaging in public parks and community-based organizations that offer their space to us, and also in the virtual community. We also wanted to build an activities and resource network for those dads to be able to gain more information about perinatal equity, perinatal health, maternal health, and family development. We're able to do that as well virtually and in person. And then lastly, and most importantly, we wanted to help those expecting fathers have the resources and everything that they need to become better stewards of the birthing process. If you're a dad like me, it was very difficult to learn exactly what to do. I was the one that was running the errands. I went to go get roast beef sandwiches, ham sandwiches, cakes, pies, candy, whatever my spouse had wanted at that time. And, to have someone that's there and possibly coaching you through and actually helping you understand some of the technical aspects of maternal health is very helpful. And we found that to be something that our fathers in our community wanted. So we started off with listening sessions for those dads. And, what we found over the years has been that there are plenty of fathers who really want to be more of a part of the birth process. And, we felt that, for some of those dads that were out there, a lot of them felt undervalued by the system. In speaking with hospital personnel and speaking with doctors and nurses, some of them mentioned feeling like a second-class citizen when it came to that, whereas, they felt if they were going in as a parent, a valued parent, there would be more information, there would be more hand-holding and ways to work with that dad. Fathers also felt they should check in with each other's mental health regularly, which is something that has been missing in our Black community for decades. Just having other like-minded folks to be able to have conversations with and then understand some of the cultural aspects and problems that we have as Black men. And, lastly, single fathers wanted more respect from the social service providers and healthcare providers. And that could have some kind of correlation with the lack of information and the lack of knowledge throughout the birthing process. But many of the fathers felt like, their opinion wasn't valid because they didn't have that knowledge and experience. So with that, we were able to work with California Department of Public Health, our perinatal equity initiative. Lastly, single fathers wanted more respect from the social service providers and problems that we have as Black men. And, lastly, single fathers wanted more respect from the social service providers and healthcare providers. And that could have some kind of correlation with the lack of information and the lack of knowledge throughout the birthing process, but many of the fathers felt like, their opinion wasn't valid because they didn't have that knowledge and experience. So with that, we were able to work with California Department of Public Health, our Perinatal Equity Initiative, to create Black Fathers, Inc., which features several different activities that engage Black men, particularly Black fathers, not only in educating about the birthing process, but educating about life things that happen to fathers on a daily basis. So some of the ways we do that is, one of our dads is our Dad Teen Festival every year where we celebrate dads. It's an opportunity for everyone to bring their dad out and treat him to a steak dinner. We do this in our public parks, Tahoe Park. We like to utilize these public spaces because it allows an opportunity for the entire community to participate and learn more about our services. We also connected with our local Access Sacramento television station, and we created the Papa Bear Show, where we talk about issues affecting the perinatal equity community. We talk about issues that affect families in particular in Sacramento County. We also have a staple product, which is our Self-Care Sunday. As I mentioned, we utilize public parks. This is a weekly thing that helps us develop trust in our community, and it allows us to have a non-intrusive method for engaging in folks before we just start ramming services down their throats. So it really has been helpful for us in building trust and confidence in our community members, and it allows us to bring community together when we actually have our big events like Dad Teen. They help with the planning. This all led into what we now provide as a service. If you guys get a chance, please walk by the table out there. We have started to train doula dads to be able to provide, perinatal care and work with their female counterparts to provide what we call co-ed doula services at this point. And we are working with our community-based organizations. We work with 2 major hospitals in Sacramento, and what we provide is a team approach to doula care, to where both the mother and the father are able to receive doulas. Both have different roles, but the idea is to go in as a team concept and work with those individual families, stressing the importance of co-parenthood. Whether or not the male and female are in a romantic relationship, there is still some things to be said about being able to plan together and co-parent together and have an emergency plan to go out throughout the birthing process. So this is a rather new concept for us in California, and we're working with our partner organizations for that purpose of creating doula services for both mother and father. I'll stop there. Thank you.